Hi, my name is Steve Bowler, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to connect real Cisco switches into the program GNS3. Now, a lot of you guys have asked what I'm running, for my GNS3 or my Dynamip server, and I'm going to give you the specifications here first before we go ahead and do the lab. I'm running an Intel Q9550 for my CPU. Let's see, I'm running a MSI X48 C Platinum for my motherboard. I've just got 4 gig of DDR3 RAM. And let's see, is there anything else that is really all you got to worry about is if you're trying to do this lab, all you really need is you need the PCI slots, not the new ones, the old PCI slots, and that's why I went with the MSI X48C Platinum motherboard, because it supports three old PCI slots. And what I have is another thing here to add is I have 3 quad port NICs, and these quad port NICs allow me to bridge the connection from my real switches into GNS3, because most what you're going to see is most of the the CCIE vendors have at least 12 connections running from the routers to the switches. So what I'm doing, in my studies for the CCIE routing and switching is I'm using GNS3 to emulate my switches. I'm sorry, GNS3 to emulate my routers, my backbone routers and my other routers, and basically 9 routers total. And then for the switches, I'm using 3 quad port NICs on my computer that are let's see, I can give you the exact title of the NICs here. If I look, they're a DabTech ANA 62044. So they're a DabTech So that's the actual the model number, ANA 62044. Again, what I use, I just went to eBay and bought them off of there. You can usually catch them. Sometimes if you look and you find them, you'll catch them for about $15 to $20 a piece, which is pretty good. Most other sites, you'll catch them for like $50 or $60. Anyway, I've had good luck with the DabTech ANA 62044. The quad port NICs. So also, what I wanted to mention is I'm running a XP 64-bit. So a lot of people go with Ubuntu or whatever else, Linux or Unix platforms, but I'm just running Windows, and it auto detected my quad port NICs with no problem. And usually I can tell you guys that with this setup, with this hardware, when I have 10 routers running external BGP between all 10 routers, my CPU utilization is about 10 to 15%. So, and that's really all I really needed to do is just to see if I can simulate 10 routers and see what kind of CPU utilization I'm getting. And with a quad core processor and 4 gigs of RAM is really all you need for your your CCIE studies. Anything else is pretty much just overkill. I mean, there's guys that are running like dual quad cores and 8 to 16 gigs of RAM. I mean, there's no big problem doing that, but if you got the money. But if you're on a budget, like 99% of everybody that I know, then this is probably will get you by with your studies. So anyway, I guess what we'll do now is I'm just going to show you guys how to do this. What I want to do in this video is to show you how to connect your real switches to GNS3, and I'll set up a little lab in GNS3 and show you how to do that. So what I got going on here is in my setup, what I do is I run go to my PC, and that allows me to connect to my lab from anywhere. What I do is once I get into my computer, what I can do is I just telnet straight to my I have a 2509 term server that I'm using to connect for my out-of-band connections into my switches. So if for some reason in GNS3 if something goes wrong with the in-band connection, I always got that failover option where I can not failover, but anyway, I got a backup plan where I can get in out-of-band to my switches if I need to do more troubleshooting. So so from my 2509, what I'm doing is I set up